really a bit special. Tulino mukulu, big size Bebe Cool Intakula, 25 and above years in the business. Tugenda ku discussing ebintu ebyenjawulo. Mainly, when I'm with Bebe Cool, it's not just an interview, but a conversation and a wider view about the music business. Ladies and gentlemen, it's looking good, always. You welcome Gagamel TV. Twateseza wano ne kulu ne tugamba nti singa abeera leeti eddakiika 10 buli ddakiika tugibala emitwalo 5 era kulu nekikkiriziganyako negamba nti yes watuuka leeti eddakiika 10 buli ddakiika eba ya mitwalo 5. So congratulations to my team.
Tuselete
eddakiika 1 hour eddakiika 10 leeti eddakiika 10. So tulina accountant ku team, so you calculate that. Say hi to our viewers, big size.
Yes, good afternoon, the viewers of Gagamel TV. My name is Bebe Cool, and I'm happy to be here.
First of all, I want to appreciate you before we do anything for an initiative. Waking up one day, you start up something that a million of people are feeding on, including me. I'm on Gagamel TV because you had a dream.
Yes.
That's why I'm seated here today. That's why I'm earning a living. Thank you so much for that. You're
Thank
proud
you.
of me?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
first of all, 20 years in the game, 25 years in the game.
Yes.
Looking more than 25 years in the game. Looking back on how you began your journey, what basically would you shortly explain to someone what you went through getting here you today?
Yeah, I've already spoken about what I've gone through. Let me briefly say that I've gone through what everyone else goes through, but in their own way. Because depending on your strength, someone can be weak, but even that journey they go through to get where they get is so challenging to them. So of course I've gone through challenges in Uganda. I've gone through aspects of Uganda having been a third world country.
Praise Property Consult Fabakugu mukugula n'okutunda ettaka. Tulina ettaka ku nguudo zonna ezifuluma ekibuga nga Bwakisogobero, Kachiri, Nampunge, Nkowe, Ntebe Sisa, etunudde mu nnyanja Victoria, Bombo Road Matuga, Mitiyana Road, Buloba, Bujuuko, Kitalya, Masaka Road, Nsanji, Katende, Nempigi. Proti zaffe zonna za ssente ensaamusaamu okutandika ku $1,000,000 nga bw'ogula ecapa ku meeza. Praise Property Consult tutunda n'okugula mayumba. Tupunta ettaka okukolera ku biwandiiko n'ebyapa. Tulina abakugu mu ttaka ku namba y'essimu 07 14 14 7 ne 0783 82 19 18 yefe Praise Property Consult.
Where we had no systems to support a musician, where we had no systems to support, new ideas, innovations. I also went to Nairobi where definitely I was a foreigner. I just got into the system that no Ugandan had been staying there to do what I did. I was doing things for the first time as an individual. So it's been a challenge, and as expected, those are challenges. And I appreciate the fact that I have gone through them as challenges, because they are the challenges that build us in our different fields of life and fields of work. I just don't want to go through the specifics again, but it's important that we all know that whichever challenge everyone goes through, that challenge is heavy towards them. Though it is important sometimes when you go backwards and explain the actual challenges so that people get to understand that they're not the only people who face that exact challenge, but rather you could be facing a challenge of no job. You're fully educated, but you're not getting the actual job that you expected. And then if you find someone talking about the same story, that I left campus, I spent 20 years without a job, and you have spent 20 years without a job, but at that time you're seeing that person now has a company. That means he said he spent 20 years looking for a job, and he found out that he wasn't going to get employed, so he decided to start his own company. So in one way or another, for me as an individual, I would say that in brief, I've gone through what everyone else can go through, only that at a different level.
Okay. Sharing your life with the entire world, the whole of your life, half of your life, I should say.
Yes.
You began your career at a very tender age. Oyingira ekintu kyotategeera, celebrity life ogisharinga n'obulamu. How does it feel? Obulamu bwo bwonna okubanga obusharinze ne public na biki ebigirako?
In the beginning, when you're young, it's okay. I mean, you feel proud, you feel everything. But when you start to grow up, you start a family, it comes at a cost whereby when you grow up, you start now seeing there's a lot of things that need privacy, though there's a lot of things that can stay okay for the public to know. When you get a family, you want to keep your family away from public at a certain level. But when you some family things you can put out. For example, as when I met my wife, I stopped her from modeling, I stopped her from music, but I wanted to build her brand. So talking about her, bringing her out sometimes, it was about brand building, okay? But then I didn't want her personal life to get public. So you can find that it's difficult to identify as when as sister, it's difficult to identify as when as brother, it's difficult to identify as when as father, it's difficult to identify as when as mother. So as long as you can plan it that way, you know, my own mother, it's very difficult to identify that, oh, mama Bebe uli okuja ko muntu azena ga gwe yoyo. Over I have about 20 siblings. Both my mom and my side and my dad's side. But I don't think people know any one of them.
And that has been a question in the media.
Yes.
They always say Chameleon's brothers has always been in the camera. People know them.
Yes.
Obiwani's brothers have always been in the camera. But Bebe Cool's brothers and sisters,
and yet I have a bigger family. Like on my mom's side, both my mom and my dad, they're about 25.
So in the
entire, I think I'm like the fourth last on my dad's side. On my mom, I'm the last born. With 9 kids. But it shows you that I chose to keep that other private life away and then give public. Bimenya, sometimes you really want, but there was a time when I felt like when I'm even in the bathroom or toilet, I feel like people are seeing me and I can't do my number too comfortably. Like, otia.
No full market.
Yes, the full watch mind you full me. So when the way you carry yourself, how you talk to people, how you dress, it puts you on tension. How people are going to talk or react, you know. But now when you do it so many years, it comes with you even inside the bedroom, even inside the bathroom. It can even affect you. You're with your children and you're wondering what are my children going to say when I do this. So it's a very, difficult kind of life.
So is there other family in Uganda? They always say to be wulira mu ngambo. Family ya Bebe Cool endala gyogeddeko ey'Abaganda bone ba brother bo. Bali Uganda bali abroad.
Bali wano bonna. Actually Werundoza ninayo about 3. The rest are here.
Okay.
And they've always been here.
Okay. Entirely mu ba siblings bo bonna temuli yali akyuzinze yali akirowoozeza nako okutekinga direction gye batekinga.
Waliwoko, my sister, the one I follow, she was singing with prim and proper.
Yakikomya bukomya.
Nakikomya now pursuing her education.
Because yalaba pressure gy'oyitamu, but it was something she thought.
It wasn't her thing, really, her destiny. That's what I can say. It wasn't her destiny, but she was so good, she was so pretty. She was just, but it was never her destiny.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm still with Big Side Bebe Cool. The conversation just starts right now. I'm just going to move straight forward to what has been moving around. And of course, of recent, you've been here and there talking about Break the Chains album. I want us to go straight to Break the Chains album. Why Break the Chains album?
Why Break the Chains album? Because when you look at what my mission was to do music, my mission along the way became a Ugandan mission, not a Bebe Cool mission. I have always loved and wanted to do things that can impact on the industry, the Ugandan industry, the East African industry. I've always wanted to do things that have not been done, to do things that people think are difficult to are undoable.
Yeah.
Because in life there are no limits to certain things. It depends on your plan, your strength, your ego, your how high you set your bar. Having worked with having gotten close with President Museveni, I learned a lot of things from him. I got an opportunity to learn that things take time,
Yeah.
and you don't have to set your bar low because you have time. You begin by saying things take time.
Yeah.
So when you're setting your bar, you set it in time. So when you set it in time, then you must know that things take time. So if you're saying that you want to make a change in the music industry, then it will happen in time. So allow yourself to break it into different pieces.
Yeah.
You operate based on that time. That during the times of our times, we were recording music. It was okay to record music in a studio, and then you go in a taxi, then you take music to radios all over the country. You go with your CD, you take music to Nairobi by bus.
Yeah.
Or you pray, you do one interview in the country, and then people get to know you, or they put you in paper print newspapers.
Yeah.
Then everyone reads about you. That was then. So step 2, the lifetime has changed. Okay, now you can be in your bedroom, record on a small microphone, and put yourself on a camera, on a camera which is a phone camera.
Yeah.
And everybody knows. That's step 2. There's going to be step 3. AI.
It's coming.
AI is coming.
It's already
It's
there.
already there, but it's not yet there, because this is what I'm going to tell you. You're going to AI and you're going to describe Musoga on Gargamel TV. Make for me a Musoga Gargamel TV saying these words. He should be putting on blue. He should be raising his hands, and then AI is going to come up with that picture and that video of exactly Musoga saying those things. It will be very difficult for anyone to say that that's not Musoga. So that time is also coming. So for me, I don't limit myself to the millennials.
Yeah.
I say I'm coming in the Gen Zs, and I say I'm also going to go in the extra times of the AI and beyond.
Yeah.
So I set my bar so high. So basically what I learned from the president is that other than thinking about myself, I benefit more when I think about the whole sector.
Industry, yeah.
Because if I'm alone and I make it alone as an individual, it will be difficult. Everyone in the industry will be asking for help from one person.
Yeah.
And it's difficult for me, one person, to help everyone. But if I help the whole industry, the distance between me and the industry will not be so big. So they won't be needing to ask for help from one person.
Yeah.
They can pursue themselves, or they will ask for many different people, because many different people then would have achieved.
And now the question comes, how is it helping the industry, yet the album is for Bebe Cool?
Break the Chains, to complete the answer for Break the Chains. Break the Chains is it's a statement towards mindset change, basically. It's a statement towards mindset change. And mindset change is not just Bebe Cool. My mindset is completely changed. I have given you an explanation that I don't give myself limits to anything.
Yeah.
Those days they used to tell me, music by 40 you will be done. I feel young now and I feel fresh.
Yeah.
This is a time when I feel I can sing even way better. The older the wine, the sweeter it is. So people used to say the statements, but they don't practice them. So me, I changed my mind. So I'm breaking that chain that was tying me onto thinking the old way of thinking.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking new. I'm thinking new nice pants. They are big, so my legs are aerated. But they're big, they're fashionable to young people. So young people can relate with me. The world is fashion. The business I do is showbiz. I need to look nice. I go to gym. You need to look nice. I don't just talk about these things just for the sake. But in reality, I'm breaking that chain of locking myself into the old ways of thinking. So that's break the chains.
Okay, Bebe.
So,
the
other question,
Yeah.
the next one that you had
The
asked.
question was, you're saying it is
How
You don't
does it
want
help
someone-
me
yeah,
and
other people in the industry?
in the
Yeah.
industry?
Yeah.
How it does help the other people in the industry is when you listen to Break the Chains album, it's none of the music that we've been doing in Uganda. Totally different genres. Us Ugandans have been used to doing our local music, which is Chidandali, Kadongo Kamu, Zouk, and everything. It's okay, we've done it and we can still do it. But then we embrace a lot of artists from outside Uganda with different genres. And then we pay a lot of money. Our people here pay a lot of money to those artists. And then those artists are doing music that is selling globally. Yet our music is not selling globally. We have failed to pick a leaf by accepting. We have locked ourselves onto a tree using a chain. Yet we know for sure Afrobeat is selling globally. We know Afrotech is now beginning. Afro House is beginning. So we are still locking ourselves, convincing ourselves that what we are doing is right.
And that was the next question I had about the genres that are differently on the album.
Yes. Also, all that is a point to teach the rest of the artists that, guys, it's okay. Let's go. Let's break off this thing of thinking that Chidandali, a hit song in Uganda, then you're a complete artist. You're not a complete artist. You're just an artist at that moment of that single song within a region. Most of the songs that are done even by Ugandan artists don't even cross Buganda. We have gone to Gulu, Lira, Pako. The reason why many artists are not even going there is because they are not known there in Gulu, in Lira. But they don't take time to even research. Why haven't I done a show in Gulu?
Zikoma Nakawa.
Yes, Zikoma Nakawa. What? They don't even take time to ask themselves, Lwaki abantu be Koboko tebalaba kumpangisa. Lwaki abantu be Lira, Arua, they haven't booked me. It's because they don't know you. You think you have a big song, but if you've not been there, they don't know you. Because if they knew you and they liked the song, they call for you. So for me, I'm saying, break the chain. Let's stop thinking small time. Let's think big time. Let's think worldwide. Technology has made it simpler for us today. You no longer need to really rely on just a record company alone. The best example I can give you is the new small talent from Kasese. The
Enewa. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. The boy did not come to Kampala. He did his song in a bar in Kasese with the father, and people in New York are dancing.
He's currently on a flight. He went to Kenya for a performance.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can see that you're breaking the chain by accepting. Change your mindset. Stop arguing these kiddish little things of arguing and say, I can also do it like Burna Boy. I can also do it like Davido. What are they doing? What type of music? Which producers are they using? Okay, if you can't afford the type of the exact producer, get the young producers who are working like those other producers so that you can be able to do the same. And it takes time.
The discussion has been, Bebe has been there for a long time. It is time he should look at nurturing other talents. Waliyo chikozeeko some time back. Ndowooza ne bakudisappointinga. Toconsideringa kudda mu kikola.
It's a two-way thing. No one ever gave me a limit. That's what I'm saying. I'm breaking the chain, that mindset of thinking that it's time for me to help, to nurture others. I should stop nurturing myself. I just told you I raised my bar so high. I'm not yet there. That brings me to even some of these young artists who I saw asking me or saying that I'm an upcoming artist.
Yeah, there's
some of the artists saying that Bebe is an upcoming artist now. Let me tell you something, Musoga. Yes, and all my life, until I reach my target, I am an upcoming artist because I haven't reached my target. That's why I still work so hard. If artists who are global, like Burna Boy, still go on BBC Extra, still go on media tours, as much as they are known, as much as we are saying he's African giant, he's global.
Recently he was on the street.
Recently he was on the street with the DJ. If he's still doing that, then why don't I do the same? Who am I not to do? So for those young artists in Uganda who are still saying, who have started that caboose of saying, Bebe is an upcoming artist, I am surely an upcoming artist. For them, they made it already. They are stable, they have made it.
They are successful.
They are successful.
For you, an
But
upcoming.
for me, I haven't reached my target, my bar. So I'm going to work even harder because I set my bar so high.
But what does that communicate to you when you see a young artist that has just come ng'omulaba mu budde bwonna?
The communication is clear. He has reached where he dreamed. He's not wrong. He has reached where yaloo okutuuka era yatuuka. Kati ekimutabula akyebuuza nti
gwofaaki
nze nfaaki, kumbe kankibaddemu nti nze wenjagala okutuuka wakyali, nze nkyali upcoming, sinnaba kutuukawo. Naye ye okusinziira ku birooto bye
ne bye yali
yali ayagala yabifuna yatuuka.
There is one who told me nti musoga nze temuddamu kumbuuza bintu ebyo, kyonna kye nali ndoota mu music nakifuna. That is a good friend of mine.
Yes, and that's it. Oyinza okusanga ng'omuntu kye yali ayagala yali nyumba na mmotoka kifuna, so tosobola kumubulemi.
Looking at the East African music industry right now, the biggest song is Wrong Places from our very own Joshua Baraka. You have him on your album. Still, as we discuss the album, are we now breaking the chains?
100% we are on the road. The chains are broken. Once the chains are broken, that means movement. Look at this. Has there been any album that has been spoken about like Break the Chains before?
No.
So the answer is, at least now, every artist will want to either their album be spoken about like Break the Chains or more. So that chain has been broken. And now, don't artists now believe in albums again?
I've seen even Lydia sent me an invitation for her listening party.
For an album.
Yeah.
Not a single.
Yeah.
Not
an
a
album.
Not a what?
An EP.
An EP.
Yeah.
But an
Not
album.
a deluxe, but an album.
So the chain has broken. How many artists are telling you they're in studio doing albums?
Many.
Exactly. So my 3 or 4 or 5 out of the 10 intentions that we had for the album.
So far,
so far
you have
about
achieved
4.
one.
So far 4.
4.
Yes.
One is artists have now picked interest in albums.
The albums. 2, they are learning how an album can be promoted. 3, they are seeing which where to go when you're promoting an album. Okay? And 4, they are also learning. All artists are learning that we are not yet done. It is actually now that we are so good, because so many of them have told me. My millennials artists in Uganda, in Kenya, in Tanzania, they are rejuvenated now. They are saying, they are seeing it, they are saying, hey, surely I can do so. Why am I letting go of such a good talent and going just to the farm? Yet I can do both the music and the farm, because now the farm can sustain my music. When I was young, I couldn't have any input financially from anything, but now I have businesses that can support my music. Then how do I give up now?
So they're coming back.
Yeah, they have agreed, all of them, most of them that I've spoken to. You're going to see a flash of artists by the end of next year, most especially old generation artists. The only difference is, I pray that they are able to practice the new styles of music rather than the old. Because, for example, in Uganda, it's a new generation and it's dictating what type of music they are taking. So being an old artist, yes, you can come back with some and you'll be lucky to, because also the young are growing, and when they grow to like the older music. So it's a juggle that you have to play perfectly at a perfect time.
Okay, what is your favorite song on the album, Break the Chains?
I don't have a favorite song.
That is why. Abayi people nawe batebagamba ku nyimba zaabwe.
Because no. It's true. I don't have a favorite song on the album. Because every single day, I'll tell you, one of my best songs that moved me first was Home.
Yeah.
The other one was Rectangle Love.
Yeah.
Rectangle Love later was replaced by Hips Don't Lie.
Okay.
Home was replaced by Check. Check was replaced now by Hidden Agenda. So I don't know. In the beginning, I liked the best instrumental I liked amongst all of them was the instrument of games. You get it?
Yeah.
And when you leave games alone, when it comes to soothing music, when I listen to Yemi Alade in African Love, it goes differently. It takes me away totally different. So intentionally, I won't say that I'm surprised that I don't have the best song.
Yeah.
This is exactly the position in which I wanted to be for a good album.
Okay.
Because it's wrong for me to say that then I should have focused on that one single song and just released that one. But our focus was on 16 tracks.
Okay. You traveled to Kenya and Tanzania, but
Yes.
before we go there, we've had bloggers and of course social media analysts claiming that this album needs no international marketing. What do you have to say
What
about
does that mean?
Tewetagakola media tour ebyo ebyokugenda ebweru.
The so-called bloggers and media analysts that are now on are new. This is a new field.
Yeah.
Number two, they are also learning. They do not know much about the industry. They don't know much about music. I mean, someone wakes up in the morning and they put a phone in front of themselves and they start to talk. They only say what they know in their head. They have not been to media schools. They have not been in concerts. Some of them have just come from villages. Some of them are just learning to. So I understand they are learning, practicing to be analysts. But it doesn't give them a right to, think that they're the ones saying what should be done. Allow people who have been in the industry, who have experience, to guide you.
Bebe, according
For me, when they say things, I can easily tell that, okay, this person is practicing how to think, though he's not thinking the right thing. There's a difference between practicing how to analyze and analyzing. Those are two different things.
So some people are trying.
But you've all seen, this industry has just begun. Less than how many years now since we had TikTok?
It's now 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
2 to 3. Even
Actively
Facebook.
2 years.
Even Facebook itself. People were not there analyzing. They were there just doing
Just
one or
posting
two,
pictures
posting
and so
things here and there. So people are, and then also besides the platforms, how much experience do they have in the music industry?
That's why.
If you bring Moses Matov to start talking, you would shut up and listen.
That's where I was going, Bebe. According to you, who is supposed to be given? Who are those people that are supposed to be given
The people
these
who
platforms?
are supposed to be giving information are the people who have been in that specific industry for so long. And they have practiced it. But you see, Msoga, let me give you this example. You see, you're moving with musicians.
Yeah.
You can move with musicians, you can interview them for the next 40 years, but you still will never have the same experience as an artist who will have spent 30 years in the industry.
Why?
Because he's been practicing it itself. You're watching it from aside.
Outside, yeah.
But he has been practicing it. So I understand the point of trying to get topics to, create stories here and there.
Yeah.
But it's important that you listen to people who are in the actual field. Today in Uganda, we have Bushington.
Yeah.
This man has been working with BET, MTV for how many years? Over 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
So someone will come and tell you how BET operates. Someone will come and tell you how MTV gives awards. Someone will come and tell you how albums are supposed to be nominated or promoted. Ngatasukanga kona Kampala. So this is what, and then also I want my young people who are doing blogging and to do research. Today I did an interview at Radio City and I was so proud of this young man.
Yeah.
He did too much research.
Yeah.
If anybody listened to such an interview, you feel proud. Even the way he's asking me the same information, he's asking me information in such a way that it sounds new to me, the person who's supposed to give an answer.
Yeah.
So the more different ways I give different answers, the better, the more people understand it.
Yeah.
Recently, when I was on the Kasuku Live,
Yeah.
the way they asked me the questions, most of those questions was different. And that's why people were very interested in listening in the answers.
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem with my TikTokers and bloggers, and it's okay. They're earning a living. But then what I want is I pray that the people who are interested in having information know who to get information from.
Okay. Waliwo muyimbi gwe nabaddeko naye mukwano gwo n'angamba nti naye kyali wange anaakomya ddi okuleka abantu okujja bamwogerako n'akamanyiro we bagenda. Why do you choose that line? Nti oli asobola okujja n'ayogera about Bebe Cool n'agenda bugenzi.
I think you can't stop people from saying what they want to say. This is a free country. This is partly why Uganda is a very interesting country. Yeah. When you look at the freedom that people have in Uganda, it gives you again, this one I've learned from President Museveni. When you stop people from doing things, they just keep them. They don't stop them. Yeah. They just wait for you at a weaker point and they do them. Yeah. But when you allow them to do all the silly things that they want to do early, they get tired of the silly things and they start doing the right things. The earlier, the better. So for me, people coming up, not disrespecting Bebe, this and that, for how long? By the end of the day, you start disrespecting Bebe, and then when you do, you reach a time and you're like, but then, and that's what has happened. So it's a good formula, and it's not only for me, it's advice to people. Omuntu abakola nnyo ebintu akuvumako muleke mu encouraging avumako we so that kati atandike kuwaana.
So gumuleka n'avuma n'olaba oba bw'anaavuma ennyo kijja muyamba.
So it's another way to help people to grow up.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we still live on Gargamel TV, coming to you live from Ntinda Stretcher, our offices wano weziri Ntinda ku office za Gargamel TV. Abasinga mubadde mwebuuze kitebe nga tukoleranga yoko live leero tuzze era nga kyetwagala okulaga nti byonna bisoboka, byonna bye weetaaga osobola okubanga ofuna. Ladies and gentlemen, tuli powered by Zuwena Cakes. Abazuwena Cakes bakugamba nti bo baasalawo okubanga bakuwa keeke ku mukolo gwonna oba gwakwanjula nabadde nebuuzaako oba n'egy'okuzina abalongo banaatuwa keeke ne bagamba bajja kunzirira batya. Balina offices mu bitundu ebyenjawulo, osobola obafuna wali eri ewandegeya awo wennyini waliwo ekizimbe ekipya awo wennyini oba okiraba clearly Zuwena Cakes. Then waliwo office yaffe wano enkadde zigenda ziggulawo, ndowooza omwaka gunaggwerako nga Uganda yonna abazuwena Cakes batwongedde okubanga batuwa branches ez'enjawulo. Keeke zaabwe zitandikira ddala ku bbeeyi layisi, abasinga olwa brand erinnya Zuwena mutya ne mugamba nti bannaye kinaasoboka, naye osobola ogendayo bbeeyi layisi osobola okubanga weefunira akakeeke n'osobola okubanga onyumirwa omukolo gwo. Still with a big size Bebe Cool tackling Break the Chains album. You travel to Kenya and Tanzania. Nga tetunagenda deep in what happened, you carry to Kenya media. Buli omu n'abuuza kati Bebe Cool agenze Kenya promoting a Break the Chains album. Ate notika bu Kenya media atamanyi yadde awayi. Notika Shoni Styles ate alina audience ye Kampala. What was the purpose of taking these TikTokers?
It's a very good question. Now, the purpose of moving with these TikTokers, first of all, let me explain the difference between East Africa. East Africa, on all these platforms, all these countries are different countries are prioritizing different platforms and using them differently. In Uganda, our first platform is TikTok. And our TikTokers are moving TikTokers. They are current affairs TikTokers. Okay? Now, in the global, where we want to go, the number one platform right now is TikTok. Okay? So, the Ugandan TikTokers are both seated and moving. Stationary and moving. Okay? So, if they are stationary and moving, you have to find you have to make use of them in all angles. First, you have to understand how TikTok works. TikTok works with algorithm. If you go to London with your phone and you're roaming, and you keep on TikTok, TikTok will start sending you things within that area, London. Okay? So if you stay in London for 2 weeks, 70% of your TikTok scrolls will be from around, within London. Okay? So I left Uganda with an idea. I wanted to move with my management, 9 people, and I also moved with 9 media personalities, of which 7 of them were TikTokers. Now, when we go to Kenya, we found that in Kenya, their number one platform is X.
For promotion.
For promotion. That is Twitter. Now, besides Twitter, Kenya is still accustomed to television. While in Uganda, people are now accustomed to TikTok, social media. Then, of course, TVs are now breaking to be second or third. And then, what in Kenya, they don't have moving TikTokers. They have stationary. People who do challenges and people who do dances, adverts, and talk about things and act their things, their content. They are content creators. They are totally different from Bukenya. Bukenya can come there at the situation and be talking about the situation. He can follow you in a car and you go discussing.
Sky Soldier.
Sky Soldier. You see, I didn't go with, what's his name?
Desh Kalisa.
Desh Kalisa. When I gave Desh Kalisa the ticket, Desh said, I can't move the studio. My brand, my followers only do follow me when I'm seated in my studio. So these are the analyses that people haven't learned. So when I took these people the other side, I now had them reflect the information from Kenya, because our Ugandans don't know what happens the other side. They assume. So I didn't want them to be lied to by these same people we've been talking about, the bloggers and TikTokers who want to just give wrong information. So when I take the actual TikTokers and bloggers to the media tour, number one, the advantage is they relay the media tour in Uganda. So where I left in Uganda, where I would have left gap, there wasn't gap. I stayed trending. That's number one.
In Uganda.
In Uganda. Number two, the TikTokers got into the algorithm of Nairobi. So the people of Kenya started to see so many new TikTokers from Uganda and things about Bebe Cool here and there within that algorithm. Number three, when I left Kenya and went to Tanzania, the people of Tanzania started to see new TikToks within the algorithm. And the people of Uganda also started to see the conversations now stayed. Kenya, he's in Kenya, there's never been a media tour in Africa done by any artist, and it was that known and famous and large at that actual time. Never.
So yakulembera.
Find out if there's ever been an artist who has ever moved with 16 people for a media tour in 2 countries or in 1 country. It's never been done. But what do you learn from it? It's called a media
tour.
So who must tour?
The media. The artist.
The artist with his media team touring media houses. It must be concentrated with media.
So it was about getting the media
so you
concentration.
Yes, so the TikTokers got to see what Tanzania is. So now next time when they're talking about Tanzania, they know the comparison between Tanzania and Uganda. When they're talking about Kenya and Uganda, they have been there. They now know they are media personalities. They're never going to report again false information when they move. I'm going to go with them to Nigeria. I'm going to go with them to Ghana. We are going to Rwanda. We are going to Burundi. We are going to South Africa. Courtesy Uganda Airlines, because now we have an airline that can sponsor artists from Uganda. So the thing is, now people don't have to get second-hand information.
Bamufuna direct.
Bamufuna direct. Oyo gongambyani Bukenya was live. Abagamba bannange peva zizino ezeva feze zisinga. When you're promoting music, never underestimate any level of information flow.
Yonna eba ya mugaso.
Omwana owokubiri gw'ombuziza Sky Soldier. Sky Soldier yasinga okuba wano live mu campaign ezaggwa. How do you underestimate his following when you're promoting an album? That's where people go wrong. When you do music, you don't, yes, it's English music, I'm doing it for people who enjoy music, but you see, you can't underestimate certain people. Nabo gendo bayingizamu mpola 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 so that they can learn to appreciate. The boy who is going global with Uganda's song or your mwana Dexter. He doesn't even, I don't think he even speaks very good English. But he's now believing that things can happen, and more like him are believing that things can happen. So it's very important for artists to move with media people rather than their sisters and brothers.
How's the reception in both countries?
Reception was good. The reception was good. The songs are playing. It is a very bad mistake that I did. I don't know how I did it until when I got to Nairobi after so many years and Tanzania after over 20 years. That I noticed that it was a very big mistake I made not to be going to those countries at least a minimum of 3 times a year. Because you have to keep in touch with your fans. So now the music is playing. Every day the DJs send me the clips. People are calling me, you know. If this happens for the next 2 years, then I'll be back on top of East Africa like it was before, or back on top of Africa like it was before. Yes.
Okay. The other question was wali celebrate Tanzania. Twafuna abali in Uganda because I was with you but then bafuna mawulire nti ate Bebe Cool yagenze ku Wasafi Records ate nga ina appointment ne Diamond Platinum nata meeting. Naye I want you to answer this question in Uganda.
Nedda kati ekyaliwo kyali nti kyanaku nnyo nti tukyalinayo abavuuka naye nga era bwe nagaye nti toyinza kustopinga abantu kwogera bye baagala naye abalina amagezi baali bakiraba nti Diamond ali mu America ate Bebe ali Tanzania. Kati olinda otya omuntu ali mu America nga gwogenda ku TV ne radio eddakiika awa 2 okukola interview. Oli yayagala just kumanyika naye some more attention lwansonga nti waliwo abantu abatalina kumenya budde. Nga bwe nagambye nti abantu abamu baleka ne boogera ekyo ne kijja ne kipasinga ne kigenda. N'obaleka bulesi because okimanyi tebagenda kufunamu. Ate beeyongera kwesimye wayimiridde wasima ate asima yeekola ki? Yeezika.
Okay. What do we have to learn from the media people of Kenya and Tanzania?
I think media Uganda kyeno first of all nina okujebaza lwansonga nti evolvinga luli twalina media enkadde eri yali so formal oba ebintu obikola boti straight boti naye kati media yaffe eri very active eri very dynamic bakubuuza ebintu upside down buli kimu bajja kijja ekikyamu ekiriwo kiri nti basobola ku media Uganda esobola creating a perception enkyamu so abayimbi n'abantu ba bulijjo abakosa media balina okubeera very very careful. Oba ogenda kukola media abantu abasinga bwe batolishwa munnamawulire ngo ayagala interview bwe mugamba ku ebibuuzo bye oggyemu ebibuuzo ebyo answeringa ebibuuzo byeyagala akole ki akubuuze osobola okuba nga tebakumisquoting. Otherwise abamu nga ffe tusobola okuansweringa ebibuuzo byonna. Kati nze ndi very okay with media in Uganda lwansonga nti I can reason. Naye osanga nga media Uganda eri so petty sometimes but it also works because bajjamu nnyo ebintu entertaining abantu. So media ya Uganda ina formality ne informal, ina petty ne major. Yeah, so you have to choose.
Okay.
Yes, but I think we are doing a very good job in Uganda when it comes to media. Only the media personalities are not investing in their media houses.
The media personalities
yes
are not investing in their media.
Yes. Kati ngera bonalaba nti kati twategedde ekyabadde Tanzania kati eri room tugenda kukolera ddala studio side eyokubiri tugenda kukola studio ya Gamel TV where you sit and interview people. You get it? Nga bwe walabye gundi ezo zonna bwe zaabadde we must go live on YouTube. That's what I learned. That's Tanzania tuli mass emirundi 10 when it comes to that
Online,
being organized online. Ajja omwana blog eno girabira ddala nti eringa TV yennyini
ngawe mutulaba
wakati nga bwekiri naye nga ataddewo branding bulungi, ataddewo emmeeza, microphones, mixer biki, then ali live.
nekifuluma bulungi.
And everyone can afford to do that. Naye ab'Uganda bakyali mu buti. Waliwo bana balina emba ez'enkana eri, oli mu kati, olina oluba lw'enkana eno, kugamba ojoboja n'ebintu by'otamanyi. Kugamba that's where sometimes we batusingira. Oli mu saati erabikira ddala nti olabika nga yasuze oba mu kifulukwa, kyokka ng'oli munnamawulire.
Ogenze mu kamera
tonnalya oyayuuya okitegeera mwina
wekyamula
mweteekemu kati mwebelievingiremu kuba ffe be mubuuza kati kuba believinga kati nammwe mutuyambe mwebelievingiremu amazima Katonda gwejjayo nkubuulira blogs zonna bannayuganda bonna abatulaba mwazirabye zonna ze nakoze interviews. Those were not like, I think I only went to, out of the 2 weeks, over 50 interviews, I only did less than 5 live TVs. The rest were online platforms, individually owned.
Even in Tanzania, yabadde ne Instagram zinga ziri
exactly
well monetized.
Naye nga omuntu ali mu studio ye bwati ataddewo branding screens nga bwe walabye bwe twakoze yabakasu. You get it? So I think to me that is very important information for our media personalities. Very, very crucial.
Okay. Talking about streaming is something you've since you released your album Break the Chains. Kyekimu ku kintu ky'obadde oyogerako buli ku interview gy'ogendako. Kya mugaso ki abantu lwaki balina okuyiga okustreaminga music?
Abantu balina okuyiga okustreaminga music kubanga kati ensi ekyuse. Kati eri mu kigambo kya streaminga music, tekyali mu kigambo kya hit song. Hit song is a song that people play in a club, at a party, luno ndwagala. Nalo ekirungi nti oba nalo balaba lu streaming. Naye ekikwewunyisa nti nno ennyimba ezisinga biggest amount of streams in the world, ate they are not hit songs.
Ennyimba ezisinga streams enyingi mu nsi yonna,
they are not necessarily hit songs. They are songs that many people listen to so many times.
They are good songs.
They are good songs. Oba okitegeera. Kakati ensi ekyuse nti ensi ekolagana na abantu kati baagala kye bayita content. Content yoyo gwosobola okuteeka ku social media platforms. Kakati bw'ogenda n'oyimba oluyimba lumu, actually kino kankigatte n'ekintu ebasinga kye babadde bambuuza nti omanyi music abantu okola albamu bawulirizaako oluyimba luki lumu. Kaakati ensi eno disruptive technology yajja, platforms zino zonna ze tulina, kati ensi is about content. Content audio ne visual. Audio ne visual ntegeeza ki? Video, ebifaananyi, then ne music oba ebigambo. Oba okitegeera. Kati bw'obanga olaba ekigenda mu maaso ku bayimbi, bayimbi bannaffe be twagala n'okukola nabo collaborations, tebakyayagala ssente. Oli agamba saagala ssente zo, njagala kulaba oyina streams, oyina abakuwuliriza. Kyabuuza in short. Ladies and gentlemen, basaba ne bannyabo, ekigambo streams kitegeeza abakuwuliriza. Kati abakuwuliriza luli twalinga tebabalika, naye kati ennaku zino platforms ze baateekawo music kwatambulira, abawuliriza music wo kati babalibwa. Buli mulundi omuntu wawuliriza oluyimba lwo gubalibwa mu nsi yonna. So kati gwe bw'obanga ojjokoma okuba n'abantu abangi abawuliriza music wo n'emirundi emingi, gy'okoma okusemberera ku bali abasajja abanene abali mu nsi yonna. How? Jay-Z gy'atudde, Davido gy'ali, Burna Boy gy'ali, balina katugambe streams billion emu oba katugambe balina streams miliyoni 5 kati baba balina miliyoni 5 katugambe balina miliyoni 5 baagala kuweza miliyoni 6 oba 7 kati bwakusanga nga gwolina stream abakustreamingako bali miliyoni 10 abalina okunoonya agatteko abo bawulirize n'owe aweze 6 ye tayagala mitwalo gye 5 egya $, yayagala ziri streams z'abantu miliyoni 10 anoonyeyo ne artist omulala kakati game we yakyukidde era nange kati gwe muzannyo gwe ngenda okukola ki okutandika naye nga sinagutandika buli gwenkubira okugamba nti tukoleyo kolabo bw'abadde ng'atunula ku streams zange nga zibadde entono ng'alaba tekiggwa yadde olina ssente naye nze tolina bakuwuliriza ate nkola ntya naawe okitegedde so kakati game egenze ku bameka abakuwuliriza so twagala abannayuganda batandike okuwuliriza music waffe ku stream ku platforms ezo tuweze abatuwuliriza yengeri yokka industry yaffe olaba ne bwabeera David Lutalo tolaba nti Uganda erina abantu miliyoni 5 miliyoni 25 ne basalawo ne bawuliriza ennyimba za David Lutalo emirundi 5 buli luyimba abantu miliyoni 25 David aba alina okufuna essimu okuva mu America oba Bungereza okuva abamu ku bayimbi abo
tibana abantu
mbagala mpaako David aba agenda gawoga ye tewali buzibu oluyimba lulwo video yiyo bw'oteekamu buli kimu.
Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back Bebe Cool agenda kuba atunyonyola abantu bayambiddwa batya problem ebaddewo ya internet eri too expensive bayambiddwa batya okubanga basobola okustreaminga music on then ekirala nfunyeko comment okuva ku following ku YouTube from Rwanda. Thank you so much agamba is Bebe Cool going to Rwanda for a media tour. We'll come back and of course talk about that. Still there's a discussion of who is a global artist. Bebe Cool will still tackle that. Thank you so much for being on Gargamel TV.
You need a SIM card. You need a phone to read comments. Engage YouTube people. So far so good. Engage the online community by feeling that thing of why it is alive. Baganda nichemuza chetu.
Okay.
YouTube tefunaba kudayo then mzindalo kuongeza kwano.
Otadeyo akalango.
Wali akalango YouTube yuko niyo YouTube.
Kada chikame.
Omuzindalo gusembezeko waggulu kati ne.
Sanvu ku 10 bavubuka bato. Bava mu masomero abalala tebasomye abalaki kati gwe nga government kyosinga okwagala be bavuka abo okweyiiza ekyokola kuba tobaagala mu bubbi tobaagala mu butemu kyenjagala okwongera okwanguwa kituuke mangu eri abatukulembera Minister wa ICT President Museveni njagala mulabe mangu opportunity eno ey'abavubuka okusobola okweyiiza akasente mu nsawo nga tebabbye tebasse n'okuba nti nno kati Bannayuganda batandise n'okuyiga mangu nti internet si yakuvuma ebyokuvuma bikenderedde ddala okusinziira nga bwe byatandika okweyambula ndooza ko kwaggwereddewo ddala kubanga kati oyinza n'okumala omwezi tolabye ku muntu yeyambudde kyensinga okulaba ku internet kati naddala ku TikTok abantu ebintu bye bakoze ennima gye balima ebintu bye baimportinze abalala biki bye ba discovering kulunda nvunyu kulunda bumyu that is ogugwe mugaso gwaki gwa internet kakati gwe boba government abantu bano nga toyagala ba concentrating ku bino politics simanyi biki ebintu ebitabateeka sente directly muki musawo bakendeereze omulanga gwabwe guli obalabye bonna gye batunulidde essimu zaabwe essimu eno esobola okuvaako okuviira ddala ku mutwalo gumu 2 egya $, paka ku $200 1,000 $1,000 ze mitwalo 37. Omuntu yenna nga n'afuna emitwalo gya 37 omwezi tabeera ng'oli anoonya omulimu ate anoonya omulimu bw'anaalaba nga munne akozesa essimu y'okufuna emitwalo 35 oba 5 omwezi naye agenda kudda ku ssimu ye. So kitegeeza nti gavumenti olina omukisa gw'amaanyi okubuukira bbaasi eno ekoledde ey'abavubuka abato okwenoonyeza ekyokukola nga bakozesa ki ssimu zaabwe. So tekyetaaga kutuula mu paaliyamenti, tekijja kwetaaga kulowooza nnyo ngeri gye tuyambamu bavubuka kufuna byakukola. Kati kye tugenda okugamba nti kino tukitesitinze tukikoze ki tukirabye nti nga gavumenti tulabye nti abavubuka basobola okweyiya bwe baba nga bali ku internet all the time. One, babeera informed. Two, bayiga balaba abalala ebintu ebikolebwa. Three, naawe kennyini nga gavumenti osobola okuteekako emisomo gyo omuntu n'abitegeera kubanga teeraliikirira ka data. Kakati gwe kennyini nga gavumenti oyagala kubangula abantu, muzeeyi atambula physically PDM yali badde atambula na kitundu, yali badde ebiseera ebisinga abeera ku TikTok online z'ennaku zino zisobola n'okuba ng'eziri live. Oli awo ndi wano ondaga ente nkugamba nti omusawo uno tya president soko kirabe. So nsaba njagala nnyo gavumenti yaffe edduke emisinde ku nsonga ya data mukendeze mulabe engeri gye mu compensatinga telecom companies ezaleeta data, whatever contracts they have, find a better way, because that compensation data bwagwa it directly positively impacts ku muvubuka wa Uganda. Omuvubuka bannange abaana beeyiza using data. So let's think about it. Era emboozi emu ku subirayo meeting ne president mu bintu byonna byenjala okufocusingako ekyo kya data.
And that is something that everyone was talking about on social media. Abaana bano ba TikTok abasinga baali bamiyandalinga just nga babeera
bali badde babbi
gwe n'ofuna n'obasika era nga beebuuza what are your intentions okusika
lwaki
obeere nabo.
Those are some of the things, because kati egyo mirimu kati buli TikToker bw'oba ogenda mutambuza ewiiki gwe mubale nti n'omuspendingako ekitono miliyoni mu wiiki omuspendingako miliyoni 2 ewiiki ng'omutambuze Kenya Tanzania omusuzi omuliisa n'omusasula n'omusaala. Oba okitegeera aba afuna
n'akola ng'amanyi
kati abo abaana baali bagenze Tanzania ne Nairobi no naye kati bategedde bwe twogera nti bus corridor kati gundi yagitegedde ani Shoni
Bukenya yagiwuliddemu.
bwe twogera nti ennyonyi bagitegedde oba okitegeera. Ba tiktokers bangi tebalinyangako ku nnyonyi, ba tiktokers bangi tebatambulangako ku ttaka. Omunamawulire wange omu eyagenda olugendo ku ttaka nadda by air. Namubuuza naawe ogenda ku ttaka, nagamba nze preferring ogenda ku ttaka, I need to see but I'll come back by air. Nengamba wow, because abantu tebamanyi na sceneries za nsi, abantu tebamanyi na East Africa bwefaanana. Bw'oyogera ku Rift Valley akikwata nga kigambo, tamanyi na mugaso gwa Rift Valley, tamanyi na gye basimba tea, tamanyi kwegamba bwe tuba tudiscussing ebintu bino politically oba socially, ffe tukozesa amagezi ago gonna nti oyogera ku Kenya omanyi nti kati oyogera ku Eastern oyogera ku mazzi, oba Western oyogera ku tea chai gwe basimba, oba Rift Valley oba ki. Kakati abantu abo babeera bwe bati, batambula bwe bati. No, abantu balowooza tulowooleza at the same understanding. But then bw'ofuna opportunity to move around using a job, eno simu abo abaana simu eno era eno na data
simu data
ng'omulimu
gutambula. Let's get back to this one's question. Agamba nti Bebe Cool anaalabikako Rwanda.
Yes, media tour egenda mu maaso at the end of the month.
And when does he plan to come to Rwanda for media tour?
The media tour is going ahead. At the end of the month we are heading to London, the UK, for 10 days. And then from London we will head to Kigali, Rwanda, for media tour. And then from Rwanda we head to Nigeria and Ghana. And then we finalize with South Africa.
Okay, I think your question has been answered. Still talking about the album, n'alyetaaze okumanya album eno buli omu agiwaddeko opinion ye. But you as Bebe Cool, ebintu byo oyogedde bingi about what you intend to achieve mweno album. Singa album tekola kyobadde osuubira, what is next? Are you planning to retire singa tekola kyobadde osuubira?
Maybe to help the people understand more, okuyamba abantu okutegeera more about this album. We are not here for Break the Chains album. We are here for a full project. A project that might include 3 albums.
Okay.
Yeah. So project okugwa tukimanyi tujja kuba tukoze albums 3.
So far we have 2 videos of the album. Are you planning to drop any video?
Yes, of course. We not call all the 16 videos along the way. The album also promoting for over 1.5 to 2 years as we prepare the second album, which will come to follow up. Album is soca when you break the chains. Efuna resistance, efuna criticism.
Yeah.
Because baba tebabitegeera.
Yeah.
Katulina okumanyiiza abantu kuba tugezaako okukyusa abantu what music they should gwe balina okutwala naffe tujoininge ensi yonna banaye tuleme kusigalayo sivumye kadongo kamu naye mutuyambe tuleme kusigala eyo
tutambule
n'ekitambula kubanga amazima amatuufu gali nti naffe twagala kuba ku maapu ey'ensi yonna so si ku maapu ya Uganda.
Yensi yonna.
Uganda terina kuba ku map ya Uganda. Naye erina kuba ku map ya nsi yonna.
Someone was advising Joshua Baraka. Asokadde waka gumize waka. Eri asoka aveeyo.
Entegeera yaffe y'ebintu n'enkola yabyo eya buli muntu eyawukana. Kati omuntu oyo ye focus ye yawaka.
Wano.
Era temulumwa mutwe. Ye yatuuka wano. Nakigambye dda nti oyinza okuzanyisa omuyimbi ng'akoze comment. Just kyoba totegedde. Ye ekinene kye kyali kye, ekirooto kye kyali kye.
Kyonna kyetooloolera ku kirooto.
Ku kirooto. Kati oli kirooto kye kyawaka. Ye amwagala waka. Naye Joshua obwongo bwe bwansi yonna. Kati toyinza kugamba muntu alina bwongo bunene akozeseeko katono.
What's your comment about Joshua's performance gye yakoze ku Afro Nation?
Massive, very beautiful. The question is, mwe mubeeraawo bw'oba togenzeeyo ani yali kwogeddeko? Ye bw'oba togenzeeyo ani yabadde ku Afro Nation eyali mutegedde? Kati nze saagenze. Ezange Break the Chain yabaddeyo? Ye yagenze. Oluyimba lwe telwayimbiddwa? Teyalubayigiriza? Tebaluwulidde? Tebalu streaming?
Zeeyongera numbers.
Kati entegeera yaffe is always kwerwanyisa kyekizibu. Era nabalabye nti simanyi yayimbye nga tewali bantu. Kale nentula naye entegeera y'abavubuka bano naye nze nkimanyi nti oluusi bambi ensaalwa yireete nnyo ate nze nkikubawo nze sikweka kubanga gwe omuntu olaba otya munno ng'ali ku show ate n'okyogerako negative. Mbadde ngamba show is there to show out your works. Ayimiridde ku stage assaayo show ye tekoma kubali abaliwo bokka ne baba batono naye eri live ku zi TVs ku internet yonna ku YouTube yonna abantu bali waka balaba.
It causes a lot of discussion.
Not discussion. He's selling his music to so many different people. Waliyo kye kyakolebwa nga teyise ku YouTube ku kinga tebabitaddeyo. And in the first place oyayogera yaddayo mwogerera negative. Lwaki yaddayogera? Yaddayogera kuba yamulabyeko. Singa teyamulabyeko yaliyogera. So maye bannaffe abamu tujja kuba attackinga emitima gyabwe gikakkane. Kubanga ekyo kye kisingidde ddala okuleeta problem music industry.